Like, you have not even announced to the entire world on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's the thing that was something that I was telling you before too. That I have decided to move in silence for quite a few years now. So I'm trying to keep everything um slow or on updating it to the world.
Can you take us back to where you were in your job search before you enrolled in the One Size Does Not Fit All program? And
Oh,
what were the main
it,
challenges you're facing?
it was pretty usual as you would ask anybody else. Even though I had over a decade of experience when I was a newcomer here last year, the thing that I was facing was applying to jobs and not hearing back. And even the one interview that I had that went to the last stage, I did not end up getting the offer. So I knew that it is not something that is entirely wrong with me because I did get an interview and went to the last stage of it, but maybe there are a few things that we can tweak, and maybe there are a few things that I'm not privy to on the details because it's such a different country or such a different environment that I'm in right now. So maybe I really need help, and as you said, working on it alone is something that can set you back. So once I realized that, I was actually following you for over a year before coming to Canada, so I knew the right person that I need to contact, and I got in touch with you. It helped me managing the small nuances that you really do not take into consideration. For example, like just right now you said when to use car and when to use car. I was familiar with the star framework and other forms of these frameworks, but exactly to know when to use what, because it's not just a question that they need a story in response to. They really need to know specific things, and from each question you need to understand what they are trying to know from me by asking this question is something that you really helped me with. And also, even though I was quantifying my achievements on my resume, uh, to be a little more confident in the tone in how you write that is something that I learned from you, and thank you so much for making me more confident, because when I was looking for job, and you do see those, unfortunately those emails over and over again, it kinds of takes a hit on your confidence. So to hear it from someone else that no, you do have it under your belt, you just need to present it to the world in a different way, and to be able to do that and then land the job, that was something amazing that I went through with your program. And see, you can see technical delivery manager at Deloitte under my name right now. I actually specifically put that so that your audience can know that dreams can come true.
Oh my God, I'm tearing up right now. Can you see? Ran with the project, and your thing was featured on LinkedIn News as well at the same
Yes.
time. Waiting soon, his news was featured when we hopped on the self discovery call. And he said, I think it was the worst thing that I did it for myself. I'm over 40, and I really don't know why I moved to Canada. I need to go back. I'm not getting a single interviews now. Keep in mind that he worked with the very top companies. About no Canadian experience because I'm not local. Everyone keeps on talking about they're on the same boat. We talk about it in a building when we go and leave our kids behind, and I said, let's not even start with the negativity, right? I've seen the good results, and I don't know who you are without working with you. Try me. And within hours, which is 5 sessions, I have an interview coming up, and recruiter reached out to him on LinkedIn right after working on the branding piece on LinkedIn. Job search, what was it like before working through this program, One Size Does Not Fit All?
Oh, well, yeah, thanks to you, I am employed today. And, yeah, it was a tough time, right? As I was telling you when I probably did the intro with you, for 6 months, right? I have about 22 years of experience in the shared services and with a lot of huge multinational companies. So I thought, I know I was already fit with the number of job openings that pop up every day, right? Whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Indeed or wherever, right? And I had probably, was, confident or, I was very confident that I would definitely land a job within 15 days of my landing. But then the harsh reality was completely different. For 6 months, I was probably not getting any calls. In 6 months, I got one call. And even though I applied for about 10, 20 jobs, right? And I thought I had the best of resumes. I thought I had the best LinkedIn profile. And I thought I was, yeah, with 22 years of experience, I thought I had it all, right? But then Canada was different. And yeah, broke my confidence. I thought probably it's the wrong thing. I made the wrong decision of moving because I had a very, very cozy job in the Middle East with one of the largest airlines in the world, right? I was the head of payables. And then coming over here and not landing a job was crazy. Then I I learned about you and your workshops, and I said, why not give it a try? Though I was very skeptical at the beginning. I wasn't sure because what I thought I'd done for 22 years and I mastered it because I have been very good, and thought it was always very good. What can somebody change in 6 weeks? And initially I thought 6 weeks would probably be at least 2-3 hours a week, and then when I got to know it's only 6 hours, I was for sure. I said, okay, that's the last thing before I fly back to my Middle East job. But then, yeah, third week I got, in the first week, yeah, you told me to change my resume. Your feedback was, a slap on my face. But then, yeah, I think you've learned the market very well. You know exactly what needs to go in, right? So I changed my entire resume and brought it back to what Canadian standards is. And then what people I know, and I wrote what people wanted to read, what people had to read rather than what I wanted them to know. And thanks for guiding me on that. And the second biggest thing that you did was on the second week made me change. Rather, you didn't do anything. You made me realize and made me change the LinkedIn profile, right? And that was the key because that profile change, I got the call in the third week, where again you guided me on how the interview should be. And as I said, the 22 years of experience, when I did the interview with you, you said I would fail. So I went and worked on that. By the fourth week, I had the interview. Fifth week, I had the job. So I didn't even have to complete the course. We didn't complete it. I hope you remember that.
Yeah, last one. We didn't even
Right? We didn't, because by then I'd already joined. I didn't have the time. So I think it's phenomenal what I went through. It's more than, I think your guidance on what I needed to do, what I had within me, and that one child, because obviously initially we thought, or rather I thought that all the resume, it's the best in class, and I can send it to all, and all the job descriptions are the same. But yeah, the LinkedIn profile and the change in the resume did it all for me. Thank you so much. I'm still ever grateful. It's been 10 months. I'm super busy, probably in line for my next level. As you said, you need to make them realize your potential and get the promotion. Probably I'm in line in the market, right? You see every day hundreds of jobs coming in, and you're applying, you get rejected, and the next day you see the same job that's there on the market. So you don't believe, and that's when I learned a lot on the chatbot, the stuff that you told me, right? So I think that was phenomenal. The moment I made those changes, it just took me 15 days and I had a job.
I know, that was
and
so
and
fast. I was
and
counting.
and the job was in exactly what I do, exactly in my line of service. And everybody said probably you can't get more than 40-50K per annum, but then I aced all of it. I got more than triple of what we were talking, right?
My
So
gosh,
thank
my
you.
gosh. First job, going from
First
like
job,
zero to like,
first job, and a phenomenal job.
and then give you the offer that you cannot resist and you don't even have
Absolutely.
to like think twice. You're like blown away by it. Isn't that amazing feeling to have?
It's phenomenal. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal because, by the end of the fifth or sixth month, I was completely down. Right, I had my entire confidence that I'd built over the last 22 years was broken, and I thought I was unfit to be in Canada. But it just took probably 3 weeks, changed it all. Right, your program is phenomenal. It is. See, I just think probably you need to tweak yourself to. To be in the market, you need to tweak yourself. You need to tweak whatever you've learned, you need to probably unlearn and redo. And if you want to be in the leadership role, you need to ensure that learning is a continuous journey, right? And that's what probably brought me to you, because I had to learn new things. I had to unlearn what I had done all these years. And yeah, I think that open mind and your guidance surely did it well. So Sweta can do wonders for you. Thank you so much, Sweta.
That he said to me before he came in, he said, I'd like to be on your live show and be part of your success story. That's before even he hired me. And then he hired me. And then rest was the history. He got promotions after promotions, now in six figure, right? It just worked the wonder for him. Let him share the story because I'm tired of sharing the screenshot. See him live again. Welcome, Rishi.
And I'm excited to share my journey. When I joined Sweta's One Size Doesn't Fit All program, I was like in a difficult stage, I would say, as an immigrant to Canada and a former job seeker. I was facing challenges of starting anew in the foreign land. Felt like there's like a barrier. I faced rejections, and I felt stuck in that cycle of job applications, right? And it was soon after I came to Canada, and I was like trying to be smart, and because I immigrated with my family, I had a young kid, so I was trying to prepare myself as much as I can before I came here. And then when I met with Sweta, we started working together. During the program, I was very lucky to receive that personalized coaching, and I that really helped build my brand and my resume, my LinkedIn profile to the Canadian standards, I would say. I actually felt that I was lacking so much when I didn't even realize that. Also, my first Canadian winters, I was traveling in public transport, and I immediately called Sweta. And I take my call because I was like, Sweta, I got a job. This was my first networking event, and I was like, financially like struggling that time. So I was really happy. And Sweta's like, Rishi, trust me, you're meant for leadership roles. We need to let go of this. And I was like, thinking, what's happening? This is my first job I got. I just need to take this. And then I just trusted Sweta with closed eyes. And I still remember it was very hard for me to say no to that job. It was my first job at that networking event. But here I am right now. It's been like not even full 2 years, and I'm so glad, Sweta, I said no to that job. And the way we worked together, the way we learned about effective interview techniques, communication skills, the mock interviews, they helped me till date. I've prepared my interviews for each and every promotion that I've had. And I didn't even get a chance to tell you this, Sweta. I recently got promoted into a leadership role. I had to tell you that. Thank you.
And it's like 2 in a row, 3 in a row. Well,
Yeah.
not surprising.
Yeah, so this is like the third one now, and I'm like, every time I prepare for my pitch, I just go through that mock interview session that we used to have, and it has tremendously helped me. I landed in a 6-figure job. Now I'm into the senior management role. I feel now I'm finally thriving in my career. I feel valued at my organization, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. So that's probably in a nutshell, what I can tell you, how I came to Canada, how I was struggling. I was not, I was feeling the barrier, and now I'm like probably the happiest that I've been in my professional life. Not even just myself, so I have to share another personal update with you. It's just been so much. I haven't got a chance to update you. So once I, got into a job and I was settled, and now it was my wife's turn, right? When we moved to Canada, as a couple, we decided that, we'll take it slowly. One of us will take up a job, and the other one will take care of the kid until he's, finally settled. And now that he's settled in a daycare full time, he has a routine. So my wife said, it's been 4 years since I left the job. She's in patient safety specialization. So that's where we picked it up. I gave her all the tips and tricks which you taught me. I tried to mentor her, and I tried to, do the same process entirely, which you did with me. And yeah, I'm happy to share, Sweta, that she's joining next month. She secured a job as a patient safety specialist in one of the leading hospitals here. And yeah, she's so happy to be back in the workforce now.
Oh
so,
my
yeah.
God, this day came in. I remember you told me, like, you know what, I think my wife wants to work with you as well when she's ready. And I remember exactly, I said, she doesn't have to work with me. You can teach her.
Yeah.
That worked. Oh my God. Tell her, congratulations. And it's such an honor to work with you. And again, it's great to have you back every time, because you manifested this. You said, I want to be in your life and then share my success story. Like, this is amazing.
It feels unreal. It's because it's not been that long, right? It's just been like less than a couple of years. And while I was we just started working, and I was like, Sweta, I've seen people come on your live, and I want to be there, and I want to share my success story. I don't know if that's going to be possible. And I know you said that it will be possible. You have to manifest that and work towards that. And yeah, I'm just so glad that I took that decision of working with you. And every time I, just thank myself of making that decision of, taking that professional help, because honestly, I never realized the kind of things where I lagged. Things just like getting the confidence of stepping into the interview and having them, pitch whatever you're saying in the pitch, having them giving them that confidence that you are fit for this role in the starting couple of minutes. Things like that, they've like entirely changed the way that I appear for interviews, or be it promotions, everything. So yeah, I'm really glad that I made that decision. Right, so it's a big thing. And now in my current organization, I'm closely working with the big fours. I'm closely working with the government here, with the ministry. Thankful that things turned out well. Yeah,
I can just see it. Yes, we have a power to make things happen.
The number of lives that you're touching, Sweta, it's tremendous. I remember I saw people in your sessions and I was like, if they can do it, so can I. And I just like, it's unreal that within 2 years, here we are. And, the way you have turned things around for so many of us, we can just say thank you. That's all.
Like you, that's why I'm surrounded by people like you who come in and share the stories of a struggle, and they don't actually overlook that, right? So this is where you stand out, Rishi. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Sweta. It was a pleasure being with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rishi. Literally tearing up, probably. I don't even know. So every time I hear my client's story, this is what happens to me, Rajesh. And then Rishi was the one testimonial, right? So I thought, like, I'm going to put his testimonial, but I'm going to invite him as well at the same time. I have another one who came in and same thing, and she was featured on CBC News as well. May was one who was told to get the certifications, the wrong one, to get into the banking. It was wrong certifications. She got the worst advice ever. She got rejected 16 times in RBC. Then she worked with me, and then within a couple of weeks, she got an offer. Just like, I cannot believe I got 16 rejections before I got here, and I should have hired you before. So here's the example, right? The other one's a hiring manager who were laid off for the third time. He had outplacement services, and he thought, I've seen it all. So I need someone who knows the market and everything, current trends. And then he worked with me together. He got the offer as well. So we've like literally served 30 industries, like top companies, to name a few right there. You've seen some of them coming in here to make sure of success so much on the side of value that it would be impossible for you to fail, like literally impossible. So I am only speaking to a handful of you today who are ready for one-of-a-kind solution that you cannot get anywhere else from anywhere else. Once you claim a spot of one size does not fit all, you will see the difference for yourself, and how you will see it is impossible to fail. With obsession, this program will create. Not for those who has no desire to execute or almost do it with excuses. Don't get it, because you have to do the work. These people out here, I didn't do the work for them. I taught them, gave them a framework, I coached them, and they're here. You've seen it live. Okay? You've seen them. This is not for one refusing to stay where they're right now and willing to go all in to be a top choice. Do you want to be top choice? This is it.